I'm here to talk to you about the youth perspective on the future state of Sana going forward. And I think that's the most important part of Sana. There are three ways I think we can capitalize on ensuring that we grow into the future. Number one, we should have a grassroots mindset. You know, we started 32 years ago with this mindset. Our goal was to become a nonprofit that really helps other people. We focused mostly on Sindhis, especially abroad, but this is the Sindhi Association of North America. Perhaps we should focus on helping Sindhis here, because not everything is hunky-dory here. We need to make sure that at home, we're doing everything we can, we're carrying initiatives that successfully impact the populations that are really tied to us, the Sindhis. But we also need to make sure that we don't neglect the North American aspect of what Sana is as an organization. That's my first point. I go to Duke University, the business school, and one of the interesting things there is we believe in something called Team Fuqua. You know, none of us know each other when we're starting out in the orientation. So what do? They split us up into teams, all right? Teams of 5 people. We have usually a finance specialist, an accounting specialist, someone that's had experience in consulting, in healthcare, and telecom. And we combine our strengths and our brain power to make change at the business school. I think that's something that we can take here to Sana, especially when we talk about the youth. Because everyone has a skill that can successfully impact an initiative in a positive way. And we need to capitalize on that. Otherwise, our impact will continue to be stagnant. And we can't have that, because we're an organization that needs to grow in order to sustain itself. That's the number one rule in business. You need to grow in order to sustain yourself. Number 2, our youth is one of our biggest assets, but I think it's very underutilized. And it needs to be more utilized in order for us to succeed as an organization. You know, we have a website, Sanaland.org. It's very plain. This is something the youth can really, this is one of the advantages that we have as the youth, because the youth tends to be more creative than the older people. And so that's something that we definitely need to do in order to ensure that our social media presence isn't lacking. Because soon enough, there are organizations that will compete with us in order to be the forefront of this cause. And if we don't do anything about it, especially with social media, with Facebook, with Instagram, with our website, I mean, that's a terrible thing. So we can't have that, right? And if you're asking yourself, well, that may kind of compromise what Sana is as a cultural institution if we expand in online and social media. Look, I started losing my hair when I was 21 years old. I'm one of you. And I'm telling you that if we don't expand and utilize social media, utilize Facebook and Twitter and the website at our biggest strength and biggest power possible, our organization will drown. And we can't have that, because someone else will supersede us, and then that'll be the end of it. So we need to make sure that we do everything possible in order to excel our social media, and that part of that is mobilizing the youth to take action on this. Number 3, I feel that there's a separation between the youth and the adults. How many of you, by the raise of hands, are youth, are members of the youth? Nobody. This is a terrible, terrible thing. Generally, I think in the past, we generally have an event for the youth, like a social outing, and that generally happens during one of these presentations. But this is not right. Because guess what? The future of Sana, it's not you. It's us. It's the youth. And if the youth are not active participants in every single cause that Sana undergoes, then the youth will not lead Sana in a well-mannered way. And again, Sana will drown. Okay? We need to take action and involve the youth more so. That's the real future of Sana. You know, we're at an interesting place in our organization. We have been hit with controversy, with some lawsuits. And the way to tackle those lawsuits and to move on is not to simply let them concede us. We need to take action and mobilize in order to take action against this. And part of that is the youth. Because right now we're here. This is us in this room. But if we include the youth, we're here. Let's include the youth now so we don't remain stagnant, and we improve to grow as an organization. Thank you.
John, thank you so much.